Hey, how do I start it then? Ooh, are we live? Woo! Okay. Hey. How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Yeah. Hello. How you doing, guys? I think I'm live. Yeah, I'm live right now. Excellent. Cool. So, today we're talking about following Bliss. I read this article today, actually. And guys, as you come on, just tell me where you're streaming in from. That'd be great. I want to know where you're streaming in from. I'm trying to get it up on my phone as well because, I'm still trying to get my head around all of this equipment thing. Make sure that I'm doing it right because I'm not sure all the time that I can see what I see, but I think I can see myself. So that is cool. Can you guys see me? That's the question. That is a question. I want to know. Can you see me? And I'm still not quite sure how to do the comment side of things. So do tell me where you're streaming in from. That'd be great. But then also, if I don't respond, just type it in again, basically, because the chances are I just haven't seen it yet. So I'm going to try and have it on my phone and everywhere so that I can for definite tell what is going on, okay? So let's just have that staring at me over here silently. And let me also look at my screen over here. In between all of this, I'm sure I'll finally suss it all out. Okay, we're talking about following happy. Ooh, no, phones just dropped. Phones just dropped. Ooh, and that is looking all kind of weird and squidgy. That isn't great. Does it look like that for you guys as well? Or is it just me? Is it because I'm trying to do it all on my one screen? It's all squidgy. Is it squidgy for you? I hope not. Okay, I follow happy. That is the thing for today. I follow happy. No, what was it? Very simple, 3 words. I follow happy. I follow happy. I follow happy. I follow happy. One of the crazy reasons why I'm actually here with my guitar singing at you whilst doing my business coaching, for goodness sake, is because I'm following happy. These are things, or singing, guitaring. Well, guitaring actually it's one of those things that I do just because it's nice to have accompaniment. I'd rather have a band, a band. But I do it because it's part of my bliss. It's one of the things that I'm interested in, and I didn't think that I could actually fit it all together. But I decided that I was going to. I decided that I didn't want to just kind of listen to the rules that tell me how I'm supposed to do business or how I'm not supposed to do business or how I'm supposed to show up as a coach or not as a coach or whatever. And I've decided to fit it into my life. This is me following my bliss, okay? So I get it. For the longest possible time, I didn't think it was possible either. I didn't think it was possible to live a life where you get to do the things that you actually want to do, where you get to have fun at work. Because work was one of those things that we've all been trained that it's just kind of the thing you have to do to kind of, get some money in, etc. But does it have to be that way? Seeing that we're human and we're created desiring a function. We want to do something. As much as everybody talks about how we're human beings, not doings, the truth of the matter is if you didn't do anything, you generally did either get yourself into all kinds of mischief, basically because you're looking for something to do, or you just feel really unfulfilled. You feel really like, what is the point of my life? Because we are created with a function. Every single person listening to me right now, there is something that you're supposed to be doing. So we'll get into that. It's like when I started my property business, one of the reasons that I kind of got sucked into it was because they're selling it to me at no money down. And, then there's all these pictures of people sitting on a beach somewhere, financial freedom. You don't do anything. You just go and sit on a beach somewhere, basically, and that's it. And somehow the money just kind of flows into your life, basically. All passive income. And I bought into all of it, okay? I'm not saying it's impossible to have passive income. Of course I'm not. But the truth of the matter is that I would maybe last about 3 days, maybe. I'm not even sure I would last that long before I would be on a beach somewhere doing nothing. Before I'd be like tearing my hair out thinking, what the hell is my life about? Really? And so, yes. So in theory, it sounds so amazing. Sounds so so well, it's not completely plausible to most people, but you buy into it anyway, which is why lots of the marketing is around that. It's like, oh yes, you'll be free and which we do. You can be free, but possibly not just sitting by a beach doing nothing, because the chances are, if you are a leader, that will bore you to death. But actually, this has nothing. What am I trying to say here? I'm saying about choosing to live happy, because this whole thing came as a result of reading I read an article this morning on Medium. I can't remember who wrote it. Sorry person. But it was all about how he'd ultimately created a career following his bliss. He didn't want to say his bliss because he's an engineer, and he's like, oh no, we don't use words like bliss. And the truth is, even I find that whole, sometimes, you use these words and they sound a little bit like cheesy. Basically, follow my bliss, go with the flow, and all of that stuff. And, and so I don't always use words like that myself. I find them cheesy as well. But ultimately, the truth of the matter is that you can be happier, or you can be as happy as you choose to be. And you can choose to design a life. Sorry, I'm trying to make this thing stand up, but it doesn't want to anymore. Okay, forget it. You can design a life that you're happy with, that you like. You can design one. And yes, okay, ultimately people want it. Everybody wants it, because as I said, I started my property business because I got sucked into thinking I didn't need any money to start, okay? And it is possible to do that. I also started because all I had visions in my head was, me and my children just kind of sitting on the beach somewhere doing nothing. The truth is, if I really think about it, I don't want that. But that is how it's sold. And people buy into that, which is fine, okay? Because yes, you can create freedom. Yes, you can have passive income. All of that stuff is fine. However, for most people, and probably you included, okay, actually there's a limit to how much happiness you are willing to accept into your life. So yeah, I was reading this article by this person, and he's talking about how, he's created a career ultimately by following what made him happy. So whatever made him happy and whatever made him excited, he'd go and get a job there, and he'd do that until the next thing kind of opened up, and he'd go to the next thing. And so he was following his bliss, okay? And which is great. But the problem is, for most people, is that you don't actually think that that is possible. I remember once saying to a friend that, you know what, I'm building a business doing the stuff that I want to do. And this person's like, there's no way, Rosemary, how can you expect to live a life where you just get to do what you want to do? And I'm like, why shouldn't I expect to live a life where I get to do what I want to do? Don't you do what you want to do? And it's like, no. Sometimes we have to just sacrifice and, do all of this other stuff that you don't really want to do. And I get it, kinda, not really. No, actually, no, I don't, because even I'm listening to him and I'm thinking, really, that sounds like a very sad life. Because the truth of the matter is that if I'm sacrificing for something I don't even want, are you kidding me? Of course it's not going to be fun. And yet, we seem to think as human beings, for whatever reason, especially as leaders, you got to get into your head this thinking that you cannot create a life that you absolutely adore. There's like a cap on how much happiness you allow into your life. And I can tell you that for a fact. For most people, most of y'all listening to me right now, there is a cap on what you will allow into your life. You will get so happy, and then you'll start to wonder, where is the negative thing that is about to happen to me? I need to, be safe. I need to check. And then you start doing things like, I don't know, you'll start arguing with people because, oh my gosh, if I can't find something unhappy happening to me, I am going to create something unhappy happening to me. Basically, I remember reading about this. If you haven't read The Big Leap, and you know what, after this, I'll put the link into the comments about The Big Leap. It's an amazing book. This is one of the books I get all my clients to read first. When they come and start working with me first, I get them to read The Big Leap, okay? Because it is one of those books that really just kind of, especially for leaders, guys, that it will show you that you are living to a limit. You have a limit. You pass this limit of happiness, of everything going well, you start to look for things going wrong. You start arguing with people, you start criticizing people, you start blaming this other person, you start to feel a little bit tired and whatever. And you start to, what else do you start? You start deflecting compliments because there's a part of you that gets quite nervous about being too happy. Now, if you're particularly aware, you will know this. If you're not, you will not recognize that actually you are sometimes your worst enemy, because as soon as you get a little bit happy, you are looking for a reason not to be happy. You are looking for something. It's like, and I used to do this all the time. In fact, I used to consider this to be very normal. I'd be talking about it with friends, how, oh my gosh, I've been so happy, or I've been so, this is all going so well. I wonder what is going to go wrong. I wonder what's around the corner. And there's almost this expectation inside of you that at some point, everything is going to break down, basically, and it's all going to fall apart. And this Church of RNK today, and I didn't even announce it, it's the Church of RNK, by the way. And I'm Rosemary Nonny, just in case you don't know. Okay? And so therefore, you start to design a life around the fact that you don't expect to be crazy happy. So you settle for stuff because that's what normal people are supposed to do, right? You're supposed to just kind of, settle for stuff. You're just supposed to put up with things. Somebody treats you badly, or maybe it's a loved one even, and you just kind of put up with it because, well, they can't always be great. Basically, I'll just forget about it. Or you are living in a house you don't want to live in any longer, but instead of trying to create a new property, you think, well, you can't have everything. At least I have my this, and at least I have the other, and at least I have this. But do you see how you're then putting the blocks on you, creating the life that you desire? And I'm all about the deliberate design of a life that you absolutely adore. And I want you to, start getting aware of where you are doing this to yourself, because the truth of the matter is that most people don't realize that there is a different way to live. Now, I would like to think you've been in my community for any length of time, you start to realize that there are different ways to live. You don't have to keep kind of putting yourself down, keep thinking that I have to settle for any kind of nonsense. You don't have to. You get a choice. You can choose to... Let's think about it. I follow happy. I follow happy. I follow happy. I follow happy. You can choose to follow happy. You can choose to design a life doing the things that you're actually passionate about. It's like, okay, I wanted to figure out, well, I didn't want to figure out, I must admit, I wanted to leave it behind almost, but it felt as if it kept coming back to me, doing things like singing, doing things like speaking. All of this stuff I love to do, but I didn't think I could actually create a life out of the stuff that I want to do. I thought I had to do things like become a pharmacist, which I did become a pharmacist. I had to do things like live in a house that I didn't want to live in and live in a smaller house. Or I had to do this and I had to do that. And you know what? Yeah, okay, when you're building the dream of your life, when you're building out the life that you desire, there are going to be times when maybe you're doing things temporarily to get you to the place that you want to go. But there is a bigger purpose to it rather than I'm just not allowed that much. I'm not allowed to have as much as I say that I want. That's a completely different energy where people are settling for nonsense as opposed to, temporarily, because I can see the vision that I am building my life towards, I make a decision to live a certain way or put up with a certain thing, but very temporary. This is not to be the rest of my life. Do you get this? Do you understand what I'm trying to say to you here? Because you need to think about what you're doing in your life. Are you actually going after everything you desire, or are you settling for what you think you can have? Is there a limit? Is there an upper limit to how much happiness you can have in your life? Or are you allowing yourself to fully experience all that life has to offer? All of it. You are born for abundance. I can say that until the cows come home, but if you don't inside of you believe that you are allowed to go after every single thing you desire, guess what? You will keep putting the brakes on. You will keep looking for a reason not to be happy. You will not do the work necessary to deliberately design the life you actually want. You'll just tell yourself, well, you know what? Things are not that bad. So let me just settle for what I have here. So yes, I started by talking about the fact that, one of the things that sold me into, starting my property business was no money down, was passive income. I can sit on the beach and everybody just be paying me money forever. But the truth is, you can create that, but you can't. Yes, you can create passive income. Yes, you can create, you can build a business with very little money to start with. But when it comes down to it, you also want to make sure that you're building it you're following what makes you happy, okay? Don't just do anything. Anyway, most of the people in my world, if you're in my community, chances are you don't just do anything for the money. At least I hope not. And if you do, you know already that that's not really motivating enough. As much as, yeah, you know what? Absolutely. I have every intention of making multi-millions, okay? Yes, that is definitely in my big plan. Absolutely. However, if the only thing I make are multi-millions, that's not happy to me. That isn't happy to me. That is part of happy. And you know what? People can settle for that, but I choose to create a whole life. I wrote a post, I think it was yesterday, where the three priorities in my life: best wife, best mom, best coach. Those are the three priorities in my life. And I make sure that practically every single thing I do in some way adds up to that. Okay. Everything else kind of gets dropped to the side because I am following happy. These things make me happy. And so therefore, I design a life where I get to do the stuff that makes me happy. And I know, actually, I think Stuart said in one of the groups, something about, supposing you have lots of blisses, or he has lots of blisses. And you know what? Yeah, I'm a multi-passionate kind of person. Hence the fact that I sing and speak, and also to teach people how to do business stuff and all the other different things that I do. Yes, I am multi-passionate, and there is a way to create a life around that. There is a way to build business around that, but we haven't been shown that. We haven't been taught that. And for most people, it's like, no, my work is over here. I don't really like it. I just do it because I have to pay the bills. And then there's my life where I actually have fun and I enjoy. Why can't the whole thing just blend together? We get this one life. Why would we choose to live it in a way that doesn't make you happy? Why would you choose to do that deliberately? And that's what you are choosing, because there's a part of you that thinks you are not allowed to follow happy. And I'm saying to you, forget all of that stuff. It is time to think differently. It is time to choose differently for your life, okay? You are allowed to follow happy. So let's affirm this again. I follow happy. I follow happy. I follow happy. I follow happy. What if you just chose to follow happy? Every single day, you just made a decision that I'm going to follow happy. What makes me feel good? And when you start to feel that kind of resistance around feeling good, when you start to feel a little bit like, am I allowed to feel this good? When you don't even, this is it. It's such a subtle thing where you're almost looking for the next negative thing to happen. At that point, catch yourself. Catch yourself. Most human beings do this, okay? Because you've decided it is impossible to be that happy. It is impossible to create a life just doing what you want. And I need you to realize that it is not impossible. And in fact, you are most useful to the world when you are completely doing the stuff that you want to do. Because I do believe, okay, that you have specific passions, specific blisses, if that's even a word, that you specifically are the strongest at doing. But when you try and dampen all of that stuff, telling yourself that it is impossible to live that way, then you go off and do something that you're not actually that well created for. And so then you're not playing at your full strength. Of course you're not. You are playing at half-mast. So question yourself. Where am I getting in the way of my own happy? Where am I getting in the way of living life where have I just accepted that this is the way things are and there's nothing I can do about it? What if it's just not the truth? I'm not telling you that it will be easy, because even following your passion, do you know passion is like, it means some kind of really, blood and sweat and tears and such, and yet it's that fulfillment that comes from the passion, basically. So I'm not telling you it's going to be easy, but is your life easy right now? Always looking for the negative thing that's going to happen? Always waiting for, which bill is suddenly going to come through my door? Or what is suddenly going to go wrong? That is not a happy way to live either, is it? When you think about it. So why not? If we are going to, in any way, feel as though we have to, no, I don't want to, because I'm not trying to compare the both, because that's two different things. And yet at the same time, for some of you, you think you have to struggle, okay, in order to get what you want, or you have to struggle, if at all, to survive. But the truth is, if you're struggling, Why not struggle to get what you want rather than struggle to get what you're settling for, basically? And because you think that you can only have that. What if the same amount of energy put towards the stuff that you actually want, supposing that gives you a life, a business that you wake up to in the morning thinking, oh my gosh, this is what I want. This is the life I dreamt about. Maybe it's even better than what I dreamt about. Maybe it's better than sitting on the beach somewhere. Yes, I work hard, but it empowers me. It's like when I hear people talking about being tired and such, I know that when I'm tired, and there are times when I feel incredibly tired, and it usually is to do with the fact that I'm doing stuff that I don't necessarily want to do, okay? And so I can almost catch myself, or I'm holding back from doing something I need to do or want to do. Then I feel quite tired. Or yes, maybe I just woke up really early and I need to go sleep. And you kind of need to know the difference between all of these different kinds of tired. But some tired is just almost like you're putting a limit on yourself and you get sick because there's a part of you that thinks something has to go wrong. How can it be this good? How can it be this happy? Anyway, guys, I'm going to start bringing this to a close. I'm going to refresh this page. And I'm sorry if anybody said anything. Oh, gosh. There is a time delay. Oh, I've just seen some comments. I do apologize. Mel, are you still there? You know what? I'm going to go back to using my phone because the truth of the matter is that this delay and everything, I never quite know what is going on until after the fact. And I suddenly realized that people have been trying to talk to me and I didn't see. There is a bit of a delay for sure. Where is it? It's fine. No. Yes, we can. Okay. Mel, I'm just seeing your comments. I do apologize. I didn't see them before. There is a bit of a time delay. And by the time you comment on this, I've probably moved on to the next thing. But anyway, I follow happy. 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 The thing is, I was trying to use this piece of equipment because I love the idea of scheduling it in so you guys kind of get time to come on. But you know what? I don't think it makes any difference. So I'm just going to go back to using my phone on its own. But this is it, guys. Follow happy, okay? And I'm glad. I have a feeling Mel did say that yes, we can follow happy. Yes, we can. And it's a pity I can't have the conversation with you guys. I actually like having a conversation whilst we're actually talking about this stuff. So I am going back to my phone. Come Monday, I'm going back to my phone, man. But this is it, guys. You can follow your bliss. You get to create life the way you want it. But if you have put a limit on what you're allowed to have, then that is what you'll get. You'll get the limited version of your life. And you don't have to settle for that. I am here to remind you of that because this is it. It's only as you are living to the fullness of your potential that you get to actually impact the world in the way that you dream of doing, okay? It is only as you do that you get to impact the world in the way you dream of doing. So please, guys, give up any idea inside of you that you are not allowed to be happy all the time. Whenever you catch yourself thinking that, telling yourself that it's impractical to think that you're allowed to be happy all the time, you just stop listening to the nonsense, okay? Stop listening to the nonsense. Choose to be happy all the time. And in fact, catch yourself where you start looking around for the thing that is supposed to go wrong, okay? Create a life doing the stuff that makes you happy. If you want to sing, sing. If you want to jump around like a crazy fool, jump around like a crazy fool. Figure out, yes, how to serve people doing the things that you want to do for sure, okay? People are not just going to pay you just to kind of jump around like a crazy fool, but they will pay you if you're providing a service whilst jumping around like a crazy fool. So, basically, figure out how to monetize your jumping around like a crazy fool. Ultimately, that is what you want to do, okay? There is a way to create the life, the business that you desire, but you have to be willing to look for that way or else you don't get it, okay? Okay, this is it, guys. What's it called? DM Live is going live, man. DM is going live. Delbert Millionaire is going live. I'm coming around the UK. In fact, I now have 8 places that I'm going to come to. I think there's Edinburgh, because somebody asked for that yesterday. And there's Birmingham, there's Wolverhampton, there's Bristol, there's Leeds, Manchester, Nottingham. Did I mention that already? And one other place, London. Did I mention those? Come along. If you're in the UK or make your way over to the UK, 3 hours with me or more. Well, yeah, I'm going to keep it to about 3 hours because we start at 6 o'clock. The idea being that we finish around about 9, where I help you guys get your businesses off the ground. So if it is that you want to jump around like a crazy fool and you want to figure out how to monetize it, you need to come, hey? Let me show you what you can do, which of the skills that you have are useful in the marketplace. And even if you're already in business and you're ready to boost those online sales, honey, then you need to come over to one of these events where, yeah, all kinds of awesome stuff is going to happen, and you're going to leave very inspired, very knowledgeable about what you need to do to get the sales, get the business that you want, okay? Business that supports your life, rather than a business that you think is something that you're doing over here that's kind of horrible and you just kind of do work over there. No, let's make your whole life something that you wake up to with joy, okay? So, yes, Deliberate Millionaire Live Bootcamp is coming, so you need to go over to rosemarynonnynight.com. Let me type that in. rosemarynonnynight.com/DM Biz Bootcamp. Come and join in. It's going to be absolutely amazing fun. I'd love to meet you in person. It'd be great for you to meet me in person as well, and to feel the powerful energy. Oh yeah, in the same room. Yeah, I know. I'm talking about myself because I'm awesome. Okay. Yeah, so come to one of those events. That'll be really great. And if you really can't make it to any of those events and you're listening to me and maybe you're in a different country or whatever, then join the Deliberate Millionaire Fast Track Club. That is the place where we can work together and get you the business, the life that you desire, okay? It's at rosemarynonnynight.com/DM Fast Track. So go there, okay? And who knows, I might make it to your country at some point, okay? This is for me. One of my goals is actually to travel around the world, giving talks, helping people get their businesses off the ground, helping people with financial independence wherever you are on the planet, honey. So if you gather a group of people together that are willing to actually really make some money and start to change their communities, they have a big purpose inside of them, then honey, I will come and help you guys get your stuff off the ground. You just need to send me through a message or find a way of contacting me. Okay, so let's move forward. I'm going to go and have some lunch. My sister is coming today. I haven't seen my sister since like last year, or if not the year before or something. So she's coming with her kids. So that's going to be really, really cool. So yes, I'm looking forward to seeing them here. But anyway, guys, it's time to fight for and to deliberately design the life you're born to live. Come and join the live boot camps, okay? I cannot wait to see you guys in the flesh. I really want to be able to put faces and bodies to names in this community, okay? Let us make a dent on the planet, right? Okay? Until the next time, much love. Remember to choose and follow happy. Until the next time. And again, I'm not quite sure how to switch this off, but I think, there we are. Okay then, I'll speak to you guys soon. Bye.